Gato Roboto. Gato Roboto. Gato Roboto. What is the deal with this fucking cat? I mean, she crashes this spaceship because sometimes cats are shitty like that, and then spends the next 4 hours or so helping her master retain his promotion. Now, why would she bother? She does, and on a planet that neither Captain Gary nor Kitty Kiki recognize. Metroidvanias have been a mixed bag for me. Super Metroid was my first, and pretty much my only. Not for lack of trying. Fez, Castlevania. Okay, actually it is for lack of trying. Super Metroid, in my book, is sacred, and it's hard for me to consider that any other game could capture my interest or my heart like the original. I see other Metroidvanias and think, there's no way this is any good. This isn't it. I won't find my newest Super Metroid here, and that usually ends my time with that game. But Gato Roboto is different, perhaps because it's unapologetically Metroid. Doinksoft admitted to me as such, saying there was a Metroid fusion parallel. I saw Super Metroid, and that was enough. I was hooked. Super Metroid with a cat. How could I say no? Now, the first thing I notice when I boot up is the color palette. The two-color thing is hard to pull off, but when it's done right, the result is unique. Doinksoft has done great work in making sprites that are distinct and readable. They've done a great work. And perhaps most importantly, gorgeous. Creature designs are mostly cute. The environment is joyous and creepy. Kiki and her master Gary are bouncy, and those mechs are adorable cat toys. All of which exists in a slimy, creepy place like this. The choice of Kitty Cat as the main playable character strikes me as odd, although the back and forth between Cat and Mech is far more reasonable than Samus's ability to turn into a ball. And it's more nuanced. When you're a cat, you can't fight enemies. You explode as soon as you touch one of those creepy crawlies. Plus, the cat can go in water, while a mech cannot. Where Metroid used the rolling ball state as an interesting mechanic, Gato Roboto uses the swap between states to keep you engaged. It forces you to rethink the way you're playing, constantly. It keeps you on your toes. You're always switching mental states. Here's something that struck me. The game is both sweet and savage. I love it when games play with dichotomies like this. Like, listen to the sound design. Watch the death animations. Hell, even the damage animations. They're intense and uneasy. Here are these cutesy creatures, minding their own business. When you come along and brutalize them with a death machine, it's fucking psychotic. What's worse is when you murder helpless creatures like the squid after you drain the water. It's sickening. But kind of fun, but sickening. One thing I love doing is testing mechanics. I call it a quirk obtained from 2 years in quality assurance. It's fun finding out where a game will let you go and what it will let you do. One of my favorite activities in this game was grounding the water mechs. Watching them slide along the ground is really fun. Doinksoft is picking up bits of charm and detail where other games would have left well enough alone. When you drain the aqueduct, enemies flop to the floor. In the ventilation area, the screen goes heat wavy. At the start, they take the time to explain why this cat will go in the water, and then they address her original aversion again when she'll have to immerse herself to drain the excess water in the aqueducts. Paying attention to tiny details like that adds charm and character. Doinksoft's attention to detail pays off here. The game is a delight as a result. I don't like cats. They're snarky and shitty, and I get the uneasy feeling that they're planning a coup. If I'm being honest, it's because a cat scratched the shit out of my friend's face when I was a kid. It's probably an unfair bias, but it persists. I don't mostly care for Metroidvanias either, not because I was attacked by one, but because the first ones I found were so amazing that nothing else can compare. Again, my bias is probably unfair, but it persists. For some reason, seeing these two things together is a bit of grimy sunshine. Its beauty and viciousness fascinates me, and also it's a whole heck of a lot of fun to play. Maybe the two aversions cancel each other out, or maybe I don't care about my aversions because it's such a well-designed game. I don't know what the deal is, though it's probably the second thing. But that hardly matters, does it? You should go play it.